Your 20s will either build your future or quietly destroy it. Most people don't fail in life. They fail in their 20s without realizing it. What you're about to hear may feel uncomfortable, but it could save your future. If you're serious about success, don't skip this. Watch until the end. Don't waste your 20s like this, because whether you accept it or not, this is the most defining decade of your life. This is not just another phase. This is the foundation. This is the season where habits are formed, identity is shaped, and direction is decided. And yet, most people treat their 20s like they have unlimited time. They delay growth. They chase distractions. They follow trends. They compare themselves to others. And slowly, without even realizing it, they drift away from the life they were meant to build. The dangerous thing about wasting your 20s is that it doesn't feel dangerous in the moment. It feels normal. It feels comfortable. It feels like I still have time. But time is the one thing you don't have control over. Every day you waste is a day you will never get back. Every hour spent without purpose is an investment in regret. And the truth is, regret does not show up immediately. It shows up later when you finally realize what you could have been. Your 20s are not meant for confusion without action. They are not meant for endless preparation without execution. They are meant for growth, for building, for discovering your purpose and actually pursuing it. But most people stay stuck because they are waiting for clarity, waiting for confidence, waiting for the right moment. But clarity comes from action, not waiting. Confidence comes from doing, not thinking. And the right moment is created, not found. Another truth you must understand is this: your life is not shaped by your intentions. It is shaped by your actions. You can have big dreams. You can have powerful ideas. You can have strong desires. But if you do not act on them, they mean nothing. Dreams without action are just wishes. And wishes do not build a future. One of the biggest mistakes people make in their 20s is choosing comfort over growth. Comfort feels good, it feels safe, it feels easy, but comfort is where potential goes to die. Nothing grows in comfort. Growth requires pressure. Growth requires discipline. Growth requires doing things that you don't feel like doing, and most people avoid that. They choose the easy path, and the easy path always leads to a hard life. If you want a different life, you must be willing to do difficult things. You must be willing to sacrifice temporary pleasure for long-term success. That means saying no to distractions. That means limiting entertainment. That means focusing on building yourself even when nobody is watching. Your 20s are the time to invest in yourself. Not just financially, but mentally and emotionally. This is the time to develop skills. To read, to learn, to fail, to try again, to build discipline. Because the person you become in your 20s will determine the opportunities you have in your 30s and beyond. And here is something most people don't want to hear. You don't need more motivation. You need more discipline. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you feel inspired. Some days you don't. But discipline is what keeps you going when motivation disappears. Discipline is what makes you show up when you don't feel like it. And success belongs to those who show up consistently. Another reason people waste their 20s is because they are afraid. Afraid of failure. Afraid of judgment. Afraid of making the wrong decision. So instead of moving forward, they stay stuck. But staying stuck is the worst decision you can make, because failure teaches you something, but inaction teaches you nothing. You must understand that failure is part of the process. Every successful person has failed. The difference is they didn't stop. They didn't allow failure to define them. They used it as a lesson. And your 20s are the best time to fail because you have time to recover, time to learn, and time to grow. Another truth is that your environment is shaping you more than you realize. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, the habits you allow into your life, these things are influencing your mindset and your direction. If you surround yourself with negativity, laziness, and excuses, you will slowly become the same. But if you surround yourself with discipline, ambition, and growth, you will rise. You must be intentional about your environment because not everything deserves your attention. Your time is too valuable to waste on things that do not move you forward. And finally, understand this. Your 20s are not about having everything figured out. They're about becoming someone who is willing to figure things out, someone who is disciplined, someone who is focused, someone who takes responsibility. Because if you build that person, your future will take care of itself. But if you waste this time, if you delay, if you keep choosing comfort, then your future will reflect those choices. Because your life will not change by chance, it will change by choice. And the choices you make right now will shape the rest of your life.